remember our first year, and I think we did about 70,000 in business, and the next year we did 300,000, the next year we did 600,000, and this year we've done 1 million. We're on a consistent growth path, and I can see that continuing.
You landed, like, was it 180K's worth of business?
In July, yeah.
In July, and how'd that feel?
I was excited, really pleased, but it was like, yeah, okay, what can I do next month?
I went from £800 to literally 100K in my bank account.
And that was within, I believe, 8 weeks of you enrolling with me.
I've gone from £6,000 turnover a month to 100K plus. I've doubled my revenue this month.
On one call, $10,000, $14,000, another 10,000, like constant sales for those type of figures. It actually shocked me. I was like, oh my God.
I sold 4 properties. That brought in net of about 160 grand.
A $19 million win.
Yes, that was huge. I mean, that alone in the next 3 years will double my revenue annually. It basically adds over $900,000 a year annual to my income.
Along comes Mindy and my life has shifted dramatically.
I mean, look, 54 new clients. You know, people just joining like bang, 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 one after the other. That must feel so good, right? When you know you've got more business than you can handle.
It feels absolutely incredible and it keeps on building.
I was probably doing about 2,000-3,000.
How long did it take you to hit that first 10K month?
From working with you, I would say 8 weeks.
8 weeks, I didn't realise it was that fast.
I went on to raise £800,000, or 40% of a business that I didn't even have.
Just the concept?
Just the concept. So they were part of a £100 million fund in London.
How much did you do in that 1 month?
Over 15,000. I was amazed. I just checked my accounts and I saw the figure there and I was in shock.
Within my business, I didn't spend a penny on marketing. My turnover just in the last 5 months is over £500,000.
You have a goal for like 10 years. You've joined us. Within 8 months, you've bust that goal and some, right?
I've doubled the goal.
Double the goal. Do you mind sharing with us what your goal was?
50,000 a month.
And you smashed it. You doubled that. Went straight to the 100.
We finished the financial year at that point at just over 1 million. So in those 3 months of February, March and April, we hit the £1 million mark. So in just that 1 quarter.
You multiplied your income by 10 in the first 4 weeks.
I would have to say the best month of my life so far in my office.
And the most you've ever earned is 3,000 in a month.
Yes, we went to 35,000.
14 members for a whole kind of year. That's like 1 a month basically, right?
Yeah, to 300 within 6 months to 7 months working with yourself.
I had a goal set of 100 members and I mean, it flew past that straight away. I'd say probably 8 weeks.
8 weeks from
weeks,
like,
yeah.
This is crazy.
And now it's obviously at crazy numbers. It was just like...
Within 6 weeks or 8 weeks, we'd like gone from 30-odd thousand to 100,000.
Did you have to work any longer hours or was it shorter to get to 100K?
I'm doing less, yeah.
Pretty much started the beginning of February, increased our business 60%, March 91.62%, and then April 87%. So it's going up and it's like I said, it's like I can't even handle it. Our team is growing. I have more people I need to hire to be able to manage all of this craziness.
I received multiple sources of income. I earned £72,000 in December.
In my first month of your coaching, not even a month, I wrote a big case. That was $500,000. I'm going to hit my first 100K a month.
That would have taken you maybe 4 or 5 years to do that 100K, right?
So boom, just like that, in came a $500,000 dividend check. And I'm like, wow, every quote I sent out came back approved. Even that was like, oh my gosh, how does that happen?
Before I joined up to you, it's like between 21 and 30K a month.
So you just recently shared a win of like 65K in the month. How does that feel? You from like 20 to 30 to like 65K?
It's been amazing. We actually increased our sales by nearly 50% after 2 weeks of joining you.
In just 2 weeks, and that was without any sort of change in marketing, just purely from what I was giving you, right? 6K in 21 days, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, that would take me about 6 months to earn.
So you times it by 2 in the first month. I think it may be in the first 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
So first 2 weeks you doubled your income, then you multiplied it by 6. More than you've done in the last 15 years.
I think it was within the next month that I'd made just under my 10K goal.
Within
probably about 6 weeks.
So you multiplied your income by 10 in the space of 5 or 6 weeks.
It was unbelievable.
Now what's the biggest month you've had, do you reckon, so far?
About 22K.
£1,500 per month to £9,000 in a week, and a bit more, wasn't it, Paula?
9.5 Monday.
9.5.
Within 4 weeks, I went from the 6,000 that I was earning in my business and have been consistently. It's always been 4 to 6,000 for years. And then I doubled it to 12,000 by the end of my 4th week with you, which was just amazing.
You also said that you hadn't even changed anything in your marketing.
I've still not changed my marketing, and I'm now, thanks to you, Mindy, I'm now at 18,000. So tripled my income, which I think it's about 8 or 9 weeks.
You went from zero startup, right, to 40K within, was it 14 days or something?
Yes. During the time
time of COVID, we hit like 100,000 during that time.
I had a couple of months this past year where the business only made like $5,000. The last 3 months and already this month have been over 5 times that. Not only has it been helping, but it's been consistently helping me. So I'm staying where I want to be financially and then growing. Each month has been more and more income.
You had this goal, and it was just ironic that the goal you got was your exact monthly goal, and which was a big monthly goal, right? That happened within what, 4 weeks maybe working together?
I think it was about 3.
3 weeks. I remember on one of our coaching calls you shared how you had lines outside of your coffee shop way past the windows and stuff, right?
Still do.
And you still do.
You know you're doing something right. When you know you're doing something right, your team knows you're doing something right. When your energy is at that level, their energy also flows into the same level as yours.
People blame the competition, they blame the marketing, blame the customers, and whatever, but you don't blame anything, do you? You've just taken control and you've got all those people around you, and yet you're doing amazing, right?
I had sold 65 pre-orders right away, and I ended up selling 120. And if I hadn't signed up for your program, and I remember telling you this would not have happened this year.
If you didn't get into the coaching with myself, where do you think you would be right now?
I'd be full of regret. I would be frustrated with myself that I couldn't find whatever it took to make this happen.
When I lost everything and I went to buy a loaf of bread and it was 38p, I had 36p, so I couldn't afford the loaf of bread. And I never forgot that. Things got bad to worse, and I had to sell my house to carry on working for the business, basically. I was in a very, very bad place with 2 children. That's quite distressing. I see Mindy's advert on Instagram of all places, and so I thought, I'm going to invest in myself, which Mindy says, invest in yourself is the best thing, and we've come a long way.
Your business took off like a rocket, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I couldn't believe it, and I still can't to this day. We all go out and do what we like to do now, instead of worrying about it. I'm very grateful for that.
I was at the point where I was probably unrolling 1 client a month, which is dire. I'd stopped running Facebook ads as well because nothing was working, and I was like, oh. I was just at the point where I was thinking, am I going to just give this up now? I was ready to give it up. I love doing this, but I am having no success. Maybe I'm no good. All those old crap things. And then I found you, Mindy, and I thought, oh my God, this guy knows what he's talking about. This is what I need, because this was the last hope.
You're running it for 15 years. You wasn't really seeing the success that you wanted. The money side was missing. Is that correct?
I think so. I did seek help, but the help wasn't good. What I needed, it wasn't working. I saw you on Facebook a few times, and I thought, who's this person? Then I saw you with your car, and I thought, how's he doing this?
So when was enough for you, where you thought, you know what, I've got to go for something bigger?
My business was going so downhill, but I was keeping it ticking over just about. I'm either going to give it a go now, or just be one of those people that's never going to do anything, and then just have dribbles of money coming in, but just making do. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to put all I have to this.
Back then when I met you, I was at my all-time low. I was doing like 10, 15 hours a day. Then I came across Mindy. Things massively changed.
You were able to clear all your debts, grow your business, gain that confidence.
Money's just rolling in, and I'm so ecstatic.
I'd always be panicking about when the next client was going to leave, because that would then have an impact on the income that I was getting and how I was going to pay bills and all of that sort of stuff.
And you'd just slash your prices, right, just to get a client in?
All the time. I've got more clients now than I've probably ever had working with any coach. Don't hold back, because if you hold back, you'll just stay stuck wherever you are and never move forward.
A very wise person very recently had said to me, don't work from a place of fear. It was internally, I was literally spiraling down, and I was like, you're the only person that can get you out of this. But I did require that guidance.
Your attitude changed totally, your desire, the whole makeup changed, right?
Yes, everything changed.
4 years I had 0 clients, I would see different coaches, I would try everything in the book, read Think and Grow Rich, read the YouTube videos.
What would you say is the main difference between that and what I do?
One word: results. Simple as that.
I love that.
Whatever industry you're in, he will give you the result.
I said, Mindy, I need to make 5,000. And you said, why don't you stick a few more digits? And I was like, oh God, he's lost his mind now. 1st of September, I ended up with 100K. Once I hit 100K, 200K was just a ball in the park. It really was.
Within 1 week, I started seeing like crazy shifts.
You felt this was too good to be true, right? The stuff that happened within like a week.
I was blown away, because I'm like, whoa, I'm in alignment with abundance and things are flowing.
One old client came back, and then 2 that were on the fence, I managed to tip over the fence, and it resulted in big deals of like 250,000.
And that was from some of the strategies that I gave you, right?
It was all from the strategies you gave me.
That is the best 8-month period I've ever had in business. Raising the bar in terms of the quality of clients that we want to deal with, the level that we want to operate at, is having such a positive impact on so many different areas of my business. It's just, life is far more fun, enjoyable. I'm and more rewarding as well.
You're not only helping me, but you're helping my loved ones, my family, and the way I come across now, I spread that energy with my clients, my friends, and I've got a different way of looking at things now.
I actually work a lot less. I have the time to go out with my kids in the evenings. Well, I've totally switched my schedule around, and now when I want to take a day off, I get to have that time.
You really got me on working less and making more, and I thought, that's what I want. Sign me up.
Yeah, I've got a lot more spare time. I used to be chasing my work. My work chases me now. I can pick out what I want to do when I want to do it. Different world, Mindy. Different world.
When is the right time? There's never going to be a right time, so we just have to do it. I've waited 15 years of it not being the right time. Me making that decision to sign up with you was me making it happen, as it were, and then it just all falls into place.
If I had said that to you on the first call, Paul, I'll have you earning 9,000 in a week.
I would have said, you're crazy, you're off your head. I knew you could help me. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't believe that I could earn anywhere near what I've earned in a week.
Now I can choose my clients.
And your price, right? You choose your clients and your price.
And my price as well, yes. I can feel the confidence. Not afraid of money, not afraid of people, not afraid of risk now.
They're coming in thick and fast every single day,
So you're attracting more clients than you can handle. This is every business owner's dream, right?
I've got a whole different view on how success works,
Things had just started to happen in a way that I could never, ever have believed. It felt that I was becoming overwhelmed, that too much was happening too quickly. A lovely complaint to have, I might add.
My sales game has completely shifted. People around me are noticing that big time. Now sales come in like that. I used to think that was about marketing and it's about the sales script and it's about this and it's about that, and maybe I need to look different, maybe I need to sound different, all of that. It starts with your mindset. You have to get your mindset on board for success, and until that happens, you're wasting your time.
This program, you like all the value that you've added, but also the pace with which results have materialized in my business, in my personal life. I'm excited. I wake up every day and I'm excited. I know that there's going to be opportunities. I think it was maybe within the first 30 days that I had earned back the money that I would have had to pay you for the course of the program for me to be able to sign up in the first place.
I feel like I've completely changed as a person, and that was the initial few weeks. I could really feel a change in me, and I was looking at things completely differently. I felt so much happier within myself, and as soon as I was finding the change in myself, that's when things in the business started to happen. Thinking, oh, actually, look, this is happening now, that's happening now, and then money started to come in.
We continuously attract clients with ease. I was like, it's happening, isn't it? Like, it was overwhelming, it was amazing. It was like, that was a real big insight for me, like, this stuff works.
What about your family? What do they think to your new level of success?
They're so proud of me. My parents are like, I can't believe you're making this kind of money. They are just blown away.
Is it worth it?
Absolutely. There's no question.
Of course it's worth the investment. Absolutely, 100%. The shift is amazing. The amount you can get accomplished and the belief in yourself and what Mindy does for you, and not wallowing in the muck, but getting you out of that and moving forward is amazing.
I would never have been able to do it, without guidance. Believe me, I did my research before finding Mindy. There is nobody better in terms of authenticity and in terms of really nurturing and caring for their mentees. No regrets whatsoever. Best decision I've made for me and for my family.
I previously studied the law of attraction, and I've always tried to remain positive. I cannot put my words on what you do. It's like that secret ingredient. You have these magic tools. I was just like, this man is insane. I know that I've got to work with him. I needed this so badly, Mindy. You don't understand.
Just think you didn't invest in yourself, in getting coached by me. Where do you think you'd be?
It is scary to think about. It is the best investment that I made, and I'm so thankful. If you follow what Mindy says, you will get results. I wouldn't waste another day. Don't think anymore. You've got to take action. Trust in the process, because you will find that your life will change.
I looked at loads of different mentors and different programs. I've done loads of things over the last 40, 50 years being in business, so I've got well over 40, 50 years of business experience here. What Mindy's teaching at the moment in time is definitely the best I've ever come across.
This is the best investment I've made. I was sitting on the fence for a long time. Don't waste time. Invest in Mindy. I would say that it would be the best investment you have. Believe in yourself. You really, really want to make a difference for your business. You want to grow. You want a good lifestyle for your family and yourself. It's like, get onto the program. It's a win-win.
Any successful person, they have a coach. You can't do it on your own. If you don't invest in yourself, you're not going to be successful. Do you think successful people don't don't invest in themselves? Of course they do. And I know that could be a scary thing. We're not used to that because we don't do that, but do it. That's the only way you're going to be successful. Invest in yourself.
It might seem at the moment it's a lot of money, but moving forward, it'll change your life because I'm living proof. You know, you've got to believe in this guy, everyone, because he really will support you and he really will help you.
Even like on a personal level, for me, this has changed. Like my whole life, every area of your life will change. There's people on our group making millions. Like, you need to get in touch. You need to work with Mindy. If you want to grow and develop and be successful and you're not working with Mindy, then you're not going to get the success you want. Because Mindy does go over and above. He's the best I've ever worked with, and I've had several.
First of all, you have to be ready to do it. Be ready for the commitment, the time, and all of that. And if you are, do it. It's so worth it because you will get these phenomenal results. But Mindy, I just also want to say thank you because with your coaching, your guidance, you're always rooting for us, you know?
You need somebody who's been there, who's done that, who's walked the walk and can talk the talk as well and show you the right track, the right pathway. Because if you could do it yourself, you would have already done it. So you have to kind of say to yourself, when is enough enough? And you've one life here. This isn't a dress rehearsal, but it's up to you to take the action.
Stop procrastinating. Get yourself in the inner circle as fast as you can so that you can start living the life that you want. There is a stress that you're carrying around with you when you're feeling like you're not being who you want to be, that you're not showing up for your family the way that you want to show up, that you're not achieving in your business what you want or serving the right clients. When you feel stuck in those different ways, you have to sacrifice your time, you have to sacrifice your income, you never get weekends off. Well, I've totally switched my schedule around, and now when I want to take a day off, I get to have that time.
This mentorship with Mindy is much, much more than just Mindy. You're learning so much from other people in the business. You can get a lot out of this very, very quickly. There are immediate benefits on day one, and that is the thing that I found that really surprised me.
I assure every single one of these people who are still making a decision, make the decision. If you make the decision, then everything around you will just happen. That decision is what changed everything for me.
And that's not just me blowing smoke up Mindy's. I'm just genuinely telling you from the heart. For me, it totally changed the game for me.
I just feel like if I didn't make that, I'd probably still be in the same boat, doing the same thing. I wouldn't have increased the business with all the knowledge that I've learned from, being in this inner circle with you.
Put it like this, Mindy. If I hadn't been working with you, I wouldn't have got these results. I wouldn't have had a clue. Like in a week, I've made my investment back, and that's so quick. So you need to get on it. If you want to succeed, you have to invest. Like, I hadn't a clue. There's me with an economics degree. You think I know it? Not a chance. No nothing.
I've never come across anything like it before. Every call, I literally come off like mind blowing. It really is. It's not just about business either. It completely changes all aspects of your life. That decision making is key. Like, you've got to act. If you never give it a go, you'll never know, and then it'll just be a regret.
I have done multiple coaching programs. I have been with all the well-named people before I ever met Mindy around the world. I've done them. I've done the material. I've ended my learning, moved on to the next one. Nothing's happened. I haven't come across anybody else like you who's been able to deliver success like this for me. I have been doing this for probably 2 decades of trying to make this happen. So I'm exceptionally grateful for your program. I'm exceptionally grateful to you in terms of where I've got to, and I am so excited for where the future is going.
Put your doubts aside. You need to invest in yourself. You need to prioritize yourself. Your life's going to change. Your mindset's going to change. You're going to wake up a different person. And I kid you not, it's massively worth it. So don't think about the investment. It was paid back tenfold. It will be the best decision you've made. Definitely the best decision I ever made.
I would say this program has improved dramatically my entire life. It is really, truly unbelievable. And I know that that's going to be what's going to set the foundation for my future success, right? So when I look at what does the future look like for me, it's really, really bright. And it's super exciting and it's super empowering, and it allows me to be in control of my life and my business and my family and everything.
I'm so grateful that I came across you, and I've come across hundreds of mentors, and you are by far the best. It's an amazing program. Just throw yourself in, all in. Just go with the flow. Go with the feeling.
It's all about changing lives.
Well, you're certainly changing mine. I am so grateful to you and so grateful for you. Thank you, Mindy, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.